Hello, Chuck Allred here, and welcome to the step-by-step tutorial for how to play I'm Just Your Problem from Adventure Time on solo guitar. The video for this arrangement at this moment in time just went over 10,000 views, and for me that's really exciting, and I'm very excited about that. So what better way to celebrate than to do a step-by-step tutorial on the piece. I can't imagine anything better. So thank you to everyone who viewed the video and who liked the video and commented on it. That makes me feel very fulfilled. And I wanted to make this tutorial to do my best to help you play this piece if you're interested in playing it and if you need some help. So just one thing I want to say about the arrangement and doing a tutorial on a piece like this. A lot of the parts are so specific that I'll do my best to explain how they work and how to play them. But I didn't want to make this like a 3-hour video, you know. I wanted to keep it concise as possible. So I'll do my best to explain how everything goes. But you're going to want to listen to the song from the show just the way that Marceline sings it a lot. And you're going to want to memorize how she sings lines. You're going to want to memorize the lyrics, because if you can sing the lyrics along with her, you can sing the inflections, and the way the syllables line up will give you the rhythm a lot of the times. And that's really going to help you. So of course I have the free sheet music and tablature available on my website, charlesalexanderallred.com, and that's listed below in the information. So you're going to want to use that, of course, to help figure out some of these rhythms. But spend as much time as you can listening to how the song goes. Memorize it, and then play it on the guitar, and you'll be in good shape to make these things happen. Okay, let's go over our terminology real quick. So for plucking hand, I'm going to say right hand, and the fingers that are used in this arrangement are these four. So we have thumb, which I'll call P, index, which I'll call I, middle finger, which I'll call M, and ring finger, which I'll call A for annular. And I don't use the pinky in this arrangement. For fretboard hand, I'll say left hand, and we'll use fingers 1, 2, 3. This one, I can't wiggle it on its own, and 4. Right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then don't forget your string numbers of the guitar. So this is the first string, the high E, second string, third string, fourth string, fifth string, and sixth string. And I just mentioned that because you don't want to get those backwards, or it's going to be very confusing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to right to the tutorial. Thanks for watching, and enjoy playing this arrangement of I'm Just Your Problem from Adventure Time. Alright, so we're going to begin with an E minor chord. That's open 6th string, E, 5th string, 2nd fret, 1st finger. It's a B, 4th string, 2nd fret with the 2nd finger, another E, then open G, 3rd string, open B, 2nd string. And we're just going to roll it with the right hand, P, P, I, M, A. Immediately after that chord, we're going to do an ascending slur or a hammer-on with the 2nd string. So we're going to play the open B, then we're going to hammer on this D on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, with the 4th finger. And pretty soon we're going to have like some grace note figures that are very fast. This is a lazier one. So don't be too quick with this one, be kind of lazy with it. So right after the slur, we play another B, then we have an A, and another B. So the A is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret with 1st finger. The B is the same note as before, but this time it's on the 3rd string with the 4th finger. Right after we play this B, we're going to play this crunchy chord. It's a low F sharp on the 6th string, a B on the 5th string, both of those on the 2nd fret, and then an F sharp, another F sharp on the 4th string, 4th fret. And we have 1st finger kind of doing like a mini bar here across these two, and then 3rd finger on this F sharp. And come in very quick with this chord. It needs to be very rhythmic, like it is in the notation. Keeping the rhythm very steady, right? So whatever you do with your right hand there, make sure it feels comfortable to play the melody, and then grab the chord immediately on the beat. So after that, let's see. We have an open G, 3rd string, followed by an A, 3rd string, 2nd fret with the 2nd finger. Then we're going to do another descending slur or pull off to get back to the open G. And remember, on these types of moves, when you do a pull off, don't actually do a pull off. Do a something else where you pluck the string with your left hand. You actually make sound instead of just doing this. So strong pull off there, and then we're gonna have another chord that we build. Oops, it's not that chord. That's the chord. So it's G on the 6th string, 3rd fret with 3. C, 5th string, 3rd fret with 4. E on the 4th string, 2nd fret with 1. And then on top we have A, 3rd string, 2nd fret with 2. And right after we play the chord, we're going to do another descending slur, another lazy one. And then we're going to play 2 more G's. G, G. After that, now we have another slur figure, but it's like a grace note, so it's fast. It's really just... So get this one in really quick as you can. So that slur is C on the 2nd fret, 2nd string, 1st fret with 1st finger, to D, 2nd string, 3rd fret, 4th finger. After we play that figure, we're going to play another chord down below. It's a G chord. G, 6th string, 3rd fret, 3rd finger. B, 5th string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger. And then an open D, open 4th string. And then we're going to play that chord like this, because it lines up that way. P, I, M. So we play the grace note, play the chord, play open B on the 2nd string, probably with A, and then play the chord. Okay, after that, we're going to play this beautiful chord. Love this chord on the guitar. So this chord is low E, open 6th string, B on the 5th string, 2nd fret with 1, F sharp on the 4th string, 4th fret with 3, and then an open G on the 3rd string. Get this nice little crunch, half step crunch in the chord. And then P-I-M-A in the right hand, because it lines up that way. After we play that chord, we're going to play the melody up here. It's an open E, 1st string, then D on the second string, 3rd fret with 2, and then we're going to do another descending slur to the open 2nd string. That's a B. After this, our melody goes like this. So that's open G, 3rd string, an A on the 3rd string, 2nd fret with 1st finger, slurred up to a B on the 3rd string, 4th fret. And this is like a grace note, so make it fast. Right after we do this grace note, immediately after it, we have to grab this chord down here. The same chord as before, F sharp, B, and then F sharp. And that's going to be P-I-M on the chord. So play this melody note with A. Pretend like this is like right hand wise. Like it's like this. So play A, and then play P-I-M. To make it fast, because you want that timing to be very crisp. Then we have this again, G to A, and then a descending slur, and then this chord again. This grace note again, and then this low G chord again. Except after this is a little bit different. We're going to do this movement. It's a 3-note slur. So that's going to be D, 3rd fret on the 2nd string with 4, to the C, 2nd string, 1st fret with 1, to the open 2nd string. That's a B. And that's a quick one. So you'll probably need to be comfortable with this, but also while you're playing this G chord, because I think you gotta kind of do all that together. You probably want to have this chord fretted. Yeah, so you want to have this chord fretted before you do this. Well, you play it anyway. What am I talking about? So work on this shape as you're holding this G chord. Make that a really fun exercise. Then it goes, yeah, like that. So we have 3 G's, open 2nd string, open 3rd strings in a row. Then we have an E power chord, if you will, low E, open, B, 5th string, 2nd fret, and then an E, 4th string, 2nd fret. And I think I do A, M, I, and then P, I, M. But see what you can come up with there. I'll just set it backwards, that feels pretty good. I, M, A. Then it frees you up to grab this chord. Okay, after that, let's see. Our melody goes up to this G on the 1st string, 3rd fret with 4th finger. And then it comes down to this F sharp on the 2nd fret of the 1st string with 2nd finger. That with 2nd finger or 3rd finger, whatever you like. And then we have this again, the grace note here on the 3rd string, A to B, the fast one. And then we have to grab this crunchy chord again, the F sharp, B, F sharp down here. Then we go right to the A. This time instead of going da da ya, we just go da ya, da ya. build this chord. G, C, E, A, slurring down to G. And this time it goes and that's a A to B slur. First finger to fourth finger on the third string. Kind of sounds a little bit more lyrical than before. So you can put some juice into that if you want. See what you can get away with. I don't know. After we do this grace note, we have this low G chord again. G, B, D. With P, I, and M. Then we have 3 G's again on the open third string. And then we have this this shape down here. So we kind of build this chord again. But we don't play it all at once. We let the G ring over. So we do G, 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 and then play E, B, F sharp. But let them ring. Then what's the next chord? That's what it is. So we have a bar here, F sharp on the 6th string, 2nd fret, B on the 5th string, 2nd fret, F sharp here, 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then a bar on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Then we have this chord, very cool, G, 6th string, 3rd fret with 2, C, 5th string, 3rd fret with 3, E, 4th string, 2nd fret with 1, and then an A sharp, I guess is what this is, 3rd string, 3rd fret with 4. And I like to arpeggiate these chords because I just think they sound good, and it's fun to play with that texture. But feel free to pluck them or arpeggiate them, whatever you like. So we play this chord twice, and then we resolve to a beautiful open G chord. So we have a G, 6th string, 3rd fret with 2nd finger, and then 3 open strings. Open 4th, that's a D. Open 3rd is a G. Open 2nd is a B. We're going to pluck this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to play almost the same chord. Same chord, except on the 3rd string we're going to add this, I guess, A sharp again. 3rd fret with the 3rd finger on the 3rd string. So we get this crunch, half step crunch again, and we're going to play that chord 4 times. So this is kind of, so we came from here, so we resolve here, that's kind of nice, and then now it starts to get a little uncomfortable, so kind of build this chord crescendo a little bit. On the video it sounds like real nasty. I started doing like something that got a little bit out of control. So don't build that much, but follow this mood. Crunch and then resolve, and then everything's fine for a second, and then here comes, and then now we kind of start the song. That's kind of what we're leading up to. So now that we've made it through the introduction, we get to the next section where Marceline kind of revs things up a little bit. So I want to play this section with a little bit of bite and a little bit of attack in the sound and in the rhythm, and don't want to overdo that, but I maybe don't want to play it as lyrical as some sections later on in the piece. So this is a 2-voice structure. Oops. So the thumb is playing the bass line that she's playing, Of course, it's an octave higher than it would be on her bass guitar, and the fingers are playing the melody that she is singing. And I would definitely study these parts independently. So they're in your ears, they're in your brain, and then I would put them together. But let's go ahead and look at how they do work together and how they fit on the guitar. So we start here with this E on the 4th string 2nd fret with 1st finger, and this A 3rd string 2nd fret with 2nd finger. And then we're going to get this figure in the melody. We're going to have stuff like this a lot in this piece. So it's A to open B on the 2nd string, back to the A, and then descending slur to G. And a lot of the right hand here I'm going to be using is I and A, alternating back and forth. You might like I and M. When I have to cross strings a lot with passages like this, I and A just feels the most comfortable. But try things out and use what you can use to make it sound the best. So we have this figure, and then your thumb goes to this B, 5th string 2nd fret, and the melody goes A to open B. And when I play this B, I want to stop the A from ringing so that we don't lose the contour of our melody. So you don't want it to bleed into each other. You want to stop the A when you play the B. An easy way to do that is when you play the B, just relax your 2nd finger. You don't even have to do this. You just have to relax it, and you will stop the note on these types of guitars. So we get a nice clear melody. Then we get 2 G's in a row, one on the 3rd string open and one high G on the 1st string 3rd fret. Then we get a C in the bass, 3rd finger goes to the 5th string 3rd fret. And then the melody goes G to F sharp, 2nd fret on the 1st string with 2nd finger, to open E on the 1st string, and then 2 D's, for now, 2 D's on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with the 4th finger. And then we're going to get this figure. And this is like a quick 3-note slur. The bass line goes to G, 6th string, 3rd fret. And we have this D with 4th finger to C with 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And then an open B on the 2nd string that we do that little pull off with the 1st finger. And then we strike G again down low. Okay, then we have this. So this is the same as before, except this time with the low E on the 6th string open with thumb. And then this is like before. This is like before. And now we start to have a lot of changing rhythms in the melody. So for me, the best way to get all these rhythms straight is to memorize the way that Marceline sings the song. If you can like sing it with her and say the words and the syllables just the way that she says them, and you have your notes right, then you can play the rhythm. Now, I took the time to write it out in the tablature and in the sheet music. But I can't possibly explain the individual rhythms because there are just so many different rhythmic lines. And I don't want to be counting this stuff anyway. I mean, I had to count it to write it down so that people could use the tab in the sheet music. But I would get to know the song very, very well, and then duplicate that in your playing. If you need to look up a few rhythms to see how they would be counted, that's perfectly fine. Use whatever you need to, but I wouldn't stress about counting every single line. I would just try and get in touch with the line as she sings it, and then just play it that way. So, all that to say, I'll tell you the sequence of notes. It's up to you to duplicate the rhythm the way that she sings it, which is tricky to play because she's singing in this kind of loosey-goosey, off-the-cuff style, where things are kind of similar but not exactly the same. A little different here and there. Kind of, improvised maybe a little bit. So it's up to you to duplicate these rhythms. But here's a sequence of notes. Oops. So we have another G, and then a high G, a C down here, a G, F, two F sharps, and then an E to a D, open string, first string to a D, with fourth finger on the third fret of the second string. And then we go to the G in the bass with the third finger. And then C to B up here. First fret of the second string to open second string. Oops. So when I'm playing this, I'm thinking in my brain like, all your little other subjects do, or something. All your other little subjects, like all your other little subjects do. That's the only way I know that I can get it. Da, 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 da. Okay. Now we have this part. So we're gonna have a low E in the bass, and then a D here, second string, third fret, and then a descending slur with the second finger here to the open B, and then three more B's. Again, weird rhythm. Just try and listen to her sing it and just try and feel it. I think is your best shot. So how we play that is open E first string to the D sharp with fourth finger on the second string, fourth fret. After we play it, we're going to go E here, then we're going to play the D sharp, then we're going to play the B in the bass, fifth string, second fret with first finger. Then we're going to do a descending slur back up top. With fourth finger, we're going to slur off that D sharp to open B, open second string. What is it? So your sequence of events is E, D sharp, B, B. Then we have, what is it? G, third string open, an A here, and then slur back to G. And so after this, we have this C in the bass with third finger, fifth string, third fret. Slur back to the G and play another G. So that whole figure is. Two D's with fourth finger, second string, third fret. And then a grace note type slur. C to B, second string with first finger, first fret to open. And then in the bass it goes to a D with the thumb. And we have D, D, and then D with the thumb, and then this slur. have kind of a different rhythm, da 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 da, and we're gonna play it here. So it's open third string to A, and then to B on the third fret, third string rather, fourth fret with fourth finger. So this is like a triplet feel. Are these triplets? I think they are. Triplet, triplet, yeah, maybe that's it. And then when we play the first A, we're going to play a G. When we play the first A, the bass note with the thumb is E, fourth string, second fret. And then we're going to do B here, fifth string, second fret with the first finger. So build to this kind of figure while we're going through these triplets. We're trying to get there, so you can feel this a little bit, maybe a little vibrato. So now the melody does 3 G's and then 2 high G's here, 2 F sharps, and then this figure, open E to D on the third fret, second string with fourth finger, 2 D's, and then this figure, D to C to B again. When we play the high G, we play a C in the bass with third finger, third fret on the fifth string. And as we do this, we play the open D on the open fourth string. And that's the first verse. That's it. No big deal. But get to know the song very well, so that if you know how the lines go so well that if you don't play it accurately, it bothers you. And you're like, I know how that went, but I didn't play it the way that it goes. So then you can work on the coordination, playing both lines, figure out your fingering. I would try to come up with something consistent, so that you don't have to remember too specifically all the time. That's why I do I and A for most of that, because I just say, it's going to be these back and forth, so I don't have to think about it too much. I can focus on playing both lines. Both of those lines are important. So one of the things that I wish I would have done better on the recording is bring out the bass line more. It's important. Marceline is a bass player after all. So it can't overpower the melody, but I think it needs to be there a little bit more powerfully than you hear it on the recording. So now we get to I think the most lyrical part of the piece. So this is where we get the line, "I'm just your problem," and Marceline is kind of telling us how she really feels, underneath kind of the angry stuff she's saying before. So let's reflect this in our playing, or at least consider doing something like that. The last section, had a bit more attack, a little bit more aggression. Now let's go to the other side and think lyrical, think a little smoother, a little bit more full, and expressive. Really, really wish I would have done this better in the video. Since then, I've thought of a lot of things to make this maybe sound a little bit more like I envision it. But figure out what it means to you to put this section together this way. So let's talk about how it fits on the guitar. We start with this C major chord. C here, 5th string, 3rd fret with 3. E here, 4th string, 2nd fret with 2. And then an open G, 3rd string open. And I've already switched sounds. So before I was kind of back here. Now now I'm here to try and capture some of these things that I was talking about earlier. So this is our harmony. Now our melody is, of course, this is easy to remember how it goes. I'm just your problem, right? So we have G, 3rd fret, 1st string. I do it with 4. Then an open E, open 1st string. And then a little F sharp to G slur. So this is a grace note, right? But you might want to see how long you want to hold it out. We're talking about being expressive and all that. I might keep it kind of quick. But try things out and see what you think makes it really sound nice. So let's do the grace note with 1 to 4. That's probably easiest. And then I'm going to come back and bar here. 5-string bar. We have a 2nd fret on the 5th string. It's a B. We have an A, 3rd fret, 2nd. Oh God. An A, 3rd string, 2nd fret. And then we have a bar, 1st string, 2nd fret. This is F sharp. And this is our chord. And I'm doing P, I, A. And I arpeggiated it because I want to draw it out a little bit, try and be emotional. And as you're playing this chord, remember your melody note is here. So that's the one that needs to come out the most. Right after that, we have a grace note, slur. We're going to hold this bar so we can let the bass line ring. The F sharp dies away, so I just don't worry about it. It doesn't carry over. And then slur here, B, with the 4th finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret, to A on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string that you're holding with this bar. Right after that, you play another B in the bass, kind of as a pickup to the next chord. So you're still holding this bar, and you play B with the thumb, 5th string, 2nd fret. Our next chord is an E minor chord. It's just like the one we had to open the B's, except this time we're only going to play 4 strings, or you can do it with thumb. Oops. Whatever you like. And then the melody goes. Well, that's kind of nice too. Thumb. What did it do? P P P I. That's kind of nice. So whatever you like there. And then the melody goes G, E, D, not D, sorry, G, E, B, yeah. So we have 2 open strings here, so what do we have to do? When we play this B, we have to cancel the E right before it. This one I cancel with the right hand. So I play the E, 1st string open with A. I play the B, 2nd string open with M, and when I go to play M, I plant with A to cancel the 1st string from ringing. So when you play one note, you cancel the other notes so they don't ring into each other. It needs to sound like, like that, like it was all on one string or one line or whatever. Then we have this thing, this little mordant thing, some kind of mordant, I don't know. It's an A on the 3rd string, 2nd fret with 1, and then You hammer on to the B on the 4th fret here, and then quickly pull off. You can try 1 to 4 or 1 to 3, see which one you like. And then try and let this A, the melody note really here is A, so try and let that ring out. I'm not doing a very good job. I don't think I did on the recording either, so sorry. But you want it to sound like that. Da, da, and this is just a decoration. Da, da, sorry, I can't get a good one. So right after you do this, you come in with this bass line off the beat. I think Marceline does something like this. It was hard to tell, but with the timing, this is as close as I could get. So after you play this, you're going to go with a thumb on the 5th string, open A twice, and then B on the 2nd fret. And then we're going to play 2 B's and then go to C. It's kind of the timing is a little bit weird because you're not playing on the beat. You're not changing chords on the beat. You're not doing. Although we do something like that later, but it's off the beat. Again, listen to the song a lot and get that timing in your blood, so you don't have to worry about it. So after that, we're going to have 4 G's, and we're going to play the second one together with the thumb. It goes da 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 da, and then play the G on the second G, play the bass note with a thumb. Da, 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 da. And then what we're doing here is, this is melody, but I'm actually going to let it ring over so we can build this chord again. Remember how we started this section with this chord, this C chord? So I'm going to cheat here, let this ring, and then I'm going to play add a 2-note chord to it, this C and E from before. And as those ring, it creates this harmony again. And then we go. This is the same. And now it's a little bit different. You have G, E, and then F sharp to G, grace thing. Then the bar. This time we're going to go D sharp, 2nd string, 4th fret with the 4th finger, and then we're going to have this figure. We're going to bar that 3rd string with the 1st finger on the 2nd fret. That's an A. Going to slur up to the B there on the 4th fret with either 3 or 4, and then pluck the A again. And again, don't let these melody notes ring into each other. We don't want this, because we're not building a chord here. So if you have to cancel notes after you play them with the right hand, go ahead and do that. Then we play another B in the bass, and then pick up to this chord, E minor. You've had this before. G, E, B, and be sure and cancel the E after you play the B. Then we have this again, this mordant thing. The bass line comes in after the beat again. This time goes A, B, C. So open A, 5th string, then B, 2nd fret, and then C, 3rd fret. And the melody is going to go. You're going to play the G at the same time that you play the C. And then play one more G. I think she's like, well, like she's going to start the next part. cuz. Is it cuz something? It's some kind of like short word that just means she's about to say something else. In fact, I might do. I think if I was gonna record it again, I would do that. Because so instead of playing 2 G's open, I would play the first G open and then play the second one on the 4th string on the 5th fret, and then slide down, almost like you went well or cuz, whatever she says. I think it's cuz. I don't know. Someone tell me. I might do that. It might be cool. So now we've gotten through the very lyrical section of the piece for the first time, and as we play the next section, we're gonna maybe think a little bit more like this section, but maybe not quite so aggressive, because we've had some nice lyrical stuff, but maybe we're not going to be quite as lyrical as this. Maybe kind of a mixture of both is how I like to think of it. Like the lyricalness has kind of rubbed off on us a little bit. So this section begins with this little lick. That's how it goes. Starts with this figure. So the way I play this figure is open B, 2nd string, ascending slur up to D on the 3rd fret here with the 2nd finger. Then play the next B on the 3rd string with the 4th fret. Whoops. And then slur to the A on the 3rd string, which you will already have fretted with your 1st finger here on the 2nd fret. So play around with this figure. Study it. You could do it like this. You can play this figure a lot of different ways. That's another one that I liked. Just do all the B's on the 3rd string, and then when you slur it, it cancels out this note. It rings over a little bit, but I tried out a lot of different ways to play that part, and then I picked the one I thought sounded the best. So do the same. This is how I play it, but find a better one. I'll put it that way. So the bass line comes in with 2 A's. Again, it's after the beat. And then we have this. God, how do I explain this? The bass line goes. Timing is kind of weird. So it goes from B to C and then ends with low G. The melody goes. So we have this kind of playing between the A and the G with the slur again. Goes up to the D here, and then that little grace note from C to open B. Again, try and remember exactly how Marceline sings it, and then like play the words that she sings. I can't remember exactly what they are, but I memorized the articulation. So again, I couldn't write down the rhythm without thinking about it a lot, but I know how it feels. So try and get in touch with that feel. Then we have this, not that, this. So same figure as before. This time, same thing with the bass line in terms of timing. It comes in after the beat. 1, like that. Instead of going 1, it goes 1. But but this time it's a low E on the 6th string. And this is similar. How similar is it? I think it's exactly the same. Check the sheet music. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same, which is like a sigh of relief. Oh my god, it's like finally 2 tricky lines that are like not 95% the same. Or maybe I cheated and made them the same. Sorry, but I think they're the same. Then we're gonna have 2 G's, low G on the not really low G, but G here on the 3rd string, open, and then high G on the 1st string, 3rd fret, followed by a bass note that is E, open 6th string. And at this point, the bass line has this type of feel. Very consistent, heavy quarter note feel. I think they're quarter notes. So we've been doing this kind of dum dum ba da 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 boom boom. Now it's just boom boom dum 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 dum. Very consistent. E. It goes E, B, then C, then open D here. And with the melody, so the melody by itself starts with that G, 2 G's, G, F sharp, E, D, open B, and then we get another one of these, like kind of like the G and the A are kind of dancing with each other, and it ends with a descending slur. And then back to D here twice, and then this grace note C to B. And with the bass line all together, it goes. And again, tricky rhythm, but memorize how the line goes, and then work your technique so that you can play both lines and it won't throw you off. And then we have this again. This time the bass line is back to coming in off the beat, and we're back to low E. And then it goes. Is that it? Yeah, and I tried to listen very carefully to the bass line, and I think this is how it goes. So again, it changes after the downbeat. We start with low E's, and then it goes to B here, and it starts pounding away on the B, but it changes after the beat to C. So it feels kind of awkward to play, but when it becomes comfortable, it sounds really cool. It's unusual, and the bass lines keep moving too late. It's like awesome. The melody here goes, we have another kind of dancing type of figure. Again, that's ending on the open B. And I'm slurring all these. So now we get to the final section of the piece, and if the first time we played this part, if it was lyrical and emotional, now it's going to be even more so. Here Marceline is finally saying, you know, what all this is really about, and it's not exactly what we want. And she says, why do I want to? And then just kind of bears all. The door starts to open in the show because she's finally saying the truth. So the other stuff was just kind of meant to distract us. So put this into your interpretation of this section. Again, on the recording I made, I don't think I did anything extra with that. I wish I would have. I do now when I play it. But put something extra into this last section, whatever that means to you. At the beginning, it's going to play the same way as the first time around. Exactly the same. And now here it's a little bit different. The melody is the same. Last time we had this, the bass line came after the beat. This time it comes right on the beat. And it goes, start with the open A on the 5th string, A, and then B, 2nd fret, and then C, 3rd fret. And then, is there another G after that? I can't remember. You'll have to look at the music. I can't remember if it goes, or if it goes, I can't remember. Sorry. But look at the sheet music and it'll be on there, or just listen to Marceline sing it, and it should hopefully be the same way. So we have that little different bass line. It's the only thing that's different, and I start to slow down here. So the piece is ending. She's kind of said what she needs to say, and then she's about to fall off the tracks with her train of thought. So slow into this a little bit. A little bit lazier this time, maybe. I feel like it's 2 G's, but I don't know. Check it. And then we have the ending. So I made this ending up from here on out because the song is over and she stutters and then it's done. So I didn't really want to do this stutter in the song. So I just made a little ending, and what I did was take the feel where we are now, in a way resolved because we got where we were going. We finally found what we were looking for. But bringing back a little bit of some of the texture that we had earlier. So this is similar to the figure earlier. The only difference is we're going to play 2 A's. We're going to slur to the A, and then we're going to pluck it again, and then play the open B. And the bass line goes A. What does it go? Yeah, A, B, C, and then G. And play this part like the song is dying out. I mean, we still need to hear it, but it's like your car ran out of gas and you're just coasting, and you can't accelerate anymore. You're gonna stop eventually, but you're not stopped yet. But we all know you're gonna stop. almost like you're going to end the piece and then just set it up for this chord to play however you want. So again, let this linger, and then when you're ready, play that last chord. I have no idea what that chord is. I just thought it sounded cool. G something. G major with something else going on. So we want to retain a little bit of that lyricism. We don't really want to... Well, you can if you want, but I wasn't thinking of going back to this. So I'm retaining this lyricism. Drawing it out, and then setting up for the chord. So here's the chord. G, 6th string, 3rd fret with 1st finger. Nice crunchy C sharp on the 5th string, 4th fret with 2nd finger. And then we get the other half of that crunch. Open D string on the 4th string. Then open G, open B, and then this high A on the 1st string with the 5th fret with the 4th finger. You can finger that however you like. Do this. That's not so bad. That's the only options I can come up with. Oops. Ugh. So I keep doing this. God, it's driving me crazy. I keep accidentally letting the side of my finger hit an open string, and it ruins the chord. So it ruins the mood that you're trying to set up. So work this so that doesn't happen. So all these strings ring clearly, and you don't get any weird noise that you don't want to get. So finagle your finger however you have to. Oh god, see, I just did it again. Gross. Okay, there it is. And then I always say in these tutorials, usually these types of arrangements are set up to end with one last chord or one last note, or something to let us know, this is how it sounded and it's done. So this is that chord in this piece. So learn the chord, figure out how to play it so that nothing buzzes and it all rings nice and clear. Then you can actually start working on it. So work on whatever kind of sounds you can conjure from your instrument, however your guitar is, and come up with some cool ways to play it. Like think like sound effects. Okay, we've already kind of said we're ending the piece here. Setting it up, and if you let it linger, you really set it up. So your audience is like, "Oh, what are they going to do?" And then just give it to them. Whatever it is that you want to use. But come up with some kind of sound effects that you like. Whatever it may be. That's kind of cool. It sounds kind of like folky. Very different. Anyway, that can be your own personal stamp on the ending. So that concludes the tutorial. Thank you for watching and going through all this with me. I hope that it was helpful to you. Again, I did my best to explain all the parts without taking up too much time on a really long video. Be sure and use all the resources that you have available to you. Of course, I have the free sheet music and tab on my website. You have this video. Listen to the recording that I made on YouTube, and then listen to a video of Marceline singing the song directly from the show, and that'll help you out a lot. If you need some extra help, purchase a video lesson on my website. They're very cheap, and if you want to play this piece, I'd love to help you. I think it's a wonderful piece to play. I think it's a challenging piece to play. It's very challenging for me to play. So um, that's a definite fact. It's going to take some work. But let me know if you need any help. I'd be glad to help you play the piece. So thank you again for watching, and enjoy playing this arrangement of I'm Just Your Problem from Adventure Time. Have a great day.